this is Lyndall, founder of Hair on the Move to You. I'm going to go through some really basic up styles to create for when you're going to the races or a wedding. Something that's going to be easy but yet still looks pretty. The main thing that I have to say is you should always start with some sort of curl or a wave so you've got something to work with. So that's your foundation, and from there we can go on. So today I'm doing a side bun, messy side bun. I'm going to start by sectioning the hair off, leaving a little bit of a section underneath. We're putting majority of the hair pinned up on top so it's out of the way. We're going to pin that on top of our head, and then we're going to take the bottom half of hair and put it into a side ponytail so that we've got one lump of hair on the side. I always choose the side which, if you've got a fringe, whichever way the fringe is going, so in the same direction. I just find that there's a nicer flow if you go with the same side as the fringe rather than trying to do your up style on the opposite side to your fringe. Once I've done the ponytail, I take the top section out and want to tease the top just so you've got a little bit of volume at the root so it doesn't sit so flat, and it just gives you like something to work off. So just take a section from the front and back comb, so just go against the cuticle, just up and down the cuticle really, just to create a little bit of volume and texture, and then give it a little bit of a spray with hairspray to hold it. And keep doing that until you get to just below the crown. So pick up your piece of hair, back comb it. Back comb, back comb, back comb, and then give it another spray so that it holds. Just want to see where it's still a little bit flat, pick up the section on the side, and do the same thing, it's a bit more back combing. Always spray afterwards whenever you're back combing. So just continue back combing all of that top section around the crown until you've finished on top, just to give you that volume and a little bit of lift so it doesn't sit too flat. Hairspray will always help with that little bit of texture as well. So once the top is all back combed, we need to start thinking about how we're going to pull this all back into our ponytail that we now have. So I like to take the top section again and pin that away so that we've got a little bit throughout the middle that's left over that we want to then work with. The less hair you have, the easier it is to work in, and you can make sure that it's secure as you go. If you've got too much hair to work with, you'll get a little bit lost and not know where to secure it all. So we've got good bases and good foundations. You always got to think at the beginning of your hairstyle where you want to go to, where you want to end up. So, you know, again, like I said, having the curls in there, it's a good foundation. You've got something to work with. I'm using a mixture between your normal bobby pins and what's called like a fringe pin, so it's a little bit softer and bendier. But we want to use our bobby pins to make sure it's nice and secure. So just basically pinning as you go, feeling sort of where it is. You basically just want to work around that ponytail that we've got in there. And then you really just having a bit of a play, like twisting it around and taking sections. There's no real structure in the way that we put it up. It's really just playing with it, just, you know, getting the curls, back combing that a little bit, anything that's going to give you something to work in, a little bit of padding or something like that, just basically pinning as you're going. The other thing you can do is get a little hand mirror and hold that up in front of you, so as you're going along you can kind of see how it's looking from the back and see how it's sitting, so you know where you're going. If you want to take a little bit out or put a little bit in, have a little bit of a better idea of where you are. I mean, some mirrors at home, if you can, they've got a mirror behind you and a mirror in front of you so you can see what you're doing as you're going along. That's obviously the best way, but if you don't have a mirror like that, then just use a little hand mirror and turn yourself around and use a little hand mirror and put it up so you can see what's happening at the back. The other thing you can think about is a sea salt spray. So that'll also create a nice texture. You could put that in your hair before you start putting it up. So when you've finished curling your hair, you can spray some sea salt spray in your hair. That'll help with the texture and make it not so fluffy and soft. So as we've now taken the top section out, and you're just pulling it all into place, just sort of seeing how the shape looks and pinning it so it doesn't fall out. Just really playing with it. But again, you want it to feel secure. You don't want to feel like it's going to be falling out on you throughout the day. So keep pushing those pins in. Use pins on top of pins if you need to give yourself a little bit of a base. Spraying as you go along also helps again, because it gives you that hold and that texture, so it makes it easier for the hair to stay in place. If you've got fine fluffy hair like mine, it will often fall out quite easily. So you just want to stick in your fringe pins and your bobby pins till it's starting to feel secure to your head.